life begins to uncoil, watching all the green things grow, letting that good feeling flow. Come on down to Little Nuts Farm, share the rustic charm. Yeah, come on down to Little Nuts Farm. Little Nuts Farm.
And as you can see where we raked all that out, now the other chickens, oh, they are going to town. They are going to town over there in that. Why ain't you going to town? Won't you go over there and scratch around? You not about it? Huh? You not about it? No, you're not about it, are you, buddy? Well, I wanted to give you a little bit of a garden tour. Believe me, there's not a whole lot to look at. The weather's been kind of iffy, and today it's pretty overcast. We had a little bit of, I guess you could call a rain today, this morning early. But we've got some. The tomatoes are looking better. Got our marigolds in. Got a couple little blooms. Next week, though, it's looking like spring may be coming to an end. You know what I mean? Next week, it's looking like going to be some steamier weather. And also, we're still overall in a pretty good drought around here. But it's supposed to be a lot warmer, and that's definitely going to make the tomatoes take off. That one right there is looking real good. As you can see, we still got our wild onions here growing. Look at this sucker. I could have pulled it whenever we were pulling everything up. Look at that. That thing's huge. I need to pull back the dirt down at the bottom and see if I've got a pretty good bulb. And of course, we got some peppers. Got some peppers, and of course, if you look real close in places, you'll see some blooms. But like I said, it's just not been that warm. Not been that warm. But looky here. And I don't see the tag on there to tell you what they are, but we got two pretty good sized little peppers there. It looks like some kind of bell. And I'm sure they are a corbaci or something like that. They're going to be something that's not hot, because this year we didn't really grow any hot peppers. We had jalapenos growing out our ears last year that they were fun, but they just, they made so many, we couldn't eat them all. And honestly, we couldn't give them all away. So we decided to just go, I like a few jalapenos, but we decided to just go with what we could cook and eat with. And the chicken tendon master gardener, there's another pepper down there. See it? The chicken tendon master gardener, she don't do spices. So we didn't do hot peppers this year. And of course I got some onions here, and this is, I'm pretty sure, is kohlrabi. Then this is a cabbage that is trying to do a head. Got some onions in there growing. And blueberries are doing good. In fact, got like 3 or 4 here. Oh, when you touch them and they just fall right off, that means they're ready. Oh, and I'm telling you, folks, blueberries grown, and don't get me wrong, you'd have to have a lot of bushes to make a bunch of berries that you would buy like at the store, but these taste so much better than what's in the store. A lot of people, when they say they don't like blueberries, they probably haven't eaten fresh garden grown blueberries. They probably only eat the ones out of the store. And I'm telling you, there is a huge difference, just like tomatoes and everything else. We've also got some wild blackberries trying to take off. And I don't know if it worked or not. Tucker Dog's in here with me, and he better hope the master gardener doesn't find out he's in here, or he'll be in trouble. Or I'll be in trouble for letting him in here. What I was going to say is, I told you I was having problems with bagworms. And I don't know if it worked, but I'll tell you, it's been about 3-4 days, maybe 2-3 days. I come out here with a water hose, and there was 3 bags in this apple tree. One of them was right in here. I don't know if you can really see it there on that big thick branch, but I drowned them. Look out there, see that? I drowned them, and if you look right up in there, there's some too. Yeah. I drowned them, and their bags have pretty much dried up and gone. Now, I'm not going to say that drowning them works, but I will say that I drowned them, and I don't see them anymore. Now, they may have fell to the ground. They may have fell to the ground, and they'll just climb right back up the tree and make more bagworms. But I'll tell you this too, I also drowned the ground. I drowned the ground. I see one right there. I don't remember washing that one, so I may have missed that one. It's quite possibly what I would have done. Now I want you to look at this thing. This thing is growing like crazy. This is a kiwi, and it has taken over this corner down here. It's really cool. However, the problem is when we bought this, you have to have a male and a female. One of them, the male or the female, I'm not sure which, there's actually a tag down there on it. I can probably pull it and tell. It's about 2-year-old, maybe, something like that. One of them died, is what I'm trying to say, so I don't have a pollinator. So it's probably never going to fruit until I can find another one. But we wasn't sure what it was going to do. Nobody grows kiwis down here, around here, so, you know, it's not something we figured would even make. But the plant itself is gorgeous with these big vines, green vines, but the leaves are green, of course, but the stems are a bright red. It's a really pretty plant. So I'm also going to be on the lookout in the next, year or so, maybe for next year, seeing if we can find another one of these, and we're going to put it in a corner somewhere fairly close, and see if we can grow kiwis, because this thing is taking off. That may be one of those things to where, it grows big and huge like a banana tree around here, and you really don't get any bananas. But I don't know. There's actually more apples on the tree this year than what I gave it credit for. It still is a long way from being loaded, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. There is a few apples there. The little apple tree, I still haven't found one on it though, so that probably isn't going to have apples, but it might. You never know. You never know. I am going to have me a blueberry. They taste so much different. So much different. My trees are still doing pretty good, with the exception of the mulberry tree. However, when we got to the mulberry tree to purchase it, the pot had grown into the ground, and I had a hard time getting it up. You just had to grab it and rip it out of the ground pretty much with both hands. So I broke what looked like a taproot. Now I don't know if mulberry trees have a taproot, but it did have a root, and it was, like a solid pointed root, and it did break. So I was kind of worried about it anyway. However, when I planted it, we put, let me back you up. When we planted it, I did put a little fertilizer and some things in the hole to kind of, give it a little bit of a chance. Now the leaves are dying back, but I'm still seeing a little bit of new growth on it. Oh, I'll just let you see here. See the leaves on it? They're pretty crusty in places. But if you look down here like this is a fairly new leaf here. I just don't know. The bark and everything looks good. And I've got this, in case you're wondering what this is, I've got holes down in the bottom underground. And so I drove this in the ground. I did it with all the trees. And then you can water by filling this up with water, or you can put fertilizer in here, whatever you want to do, and just let it fill up with water through rainwater, or you can do it with a water hose like I do. Well, you don't just water the top that way, you're also watering the roots, because the holes in the bottom will leach out into the ground. And that is asparagus that we didn't realize was in here, and it's coming up, and yeah, wild asparagus. But the cherry trees and things are doing okay, and of course that out there is going to be the little maple tree that Master Gardener got for Mother's Day. So yeah, trees are doing good. I did get a cherry, one. Oh yeah, sure. Quality production. Hey, Tucker! Call. We're back. Sorry about that. Tucker dog got a little bit too close to the babies, and that silky hen went to having a fit, and then he had a fit, and there was many fits thrown. But that's all taken care of now. I wanted to show you this is my muscadines, and like I told you in a video before, see how they're growing in clusters? Don't understand. The only muscadines that I have ever eaten or seen growing in the wild, they're singles, where these look like they're growing in clusters. So I'm worried that maybe they have cross-pollinated with my grapes, but I really don't think so. I think, if I remember right, last year they looked like this as well. But it is loaded this year for sure. It is loaded for sure, but if you want to see something loaded, look at this. Now these are just regular grapes, but I'm telling you, for it just to be May, these things are huge. I'm used to them not really being able to pick until, you know, late July, because I can remember 4th of July. And as you can tell, this is what I'm talking about. They have crossed paths. So I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, these things have gotten huge. And to me, they seem to be really early. Really early. Now, of course, they are very hard and very, very tart. But it is full. We might have some jam or some jellies. I don't know. But the cherry trees are looking good, and I've got my waterer there. This is the one that I got an actual cherry off of. Now, don't get me wrong, it was one that was already on it when I planted it. It was green, but it turned red. It was delicious. Small, but delicious. So yeah, that's where we are as far as gardening and all that kind of stuff. Our chickens are doing good. And the babies are running around. We let the, oh yeah, it's great. Good times living right here on the highway, trying to do quality production. What I was going to say is we let the speckled suspects out of their pen now. They only go up in there at night. And that's just because they feel comfortable, so they go in there. But as far as acclimating them in with the rest of the flock, so far not a problem. Don't get me wrong, they stick together. But there's enough room for them to get away from the other chickens if they, you know, have an argument or something. And actually today, I changed out the litter in the silky house, and as you can tell here, I have left the door open, so they're welcome to go in and out today, however they see fit. So tonight will be interesting when we go to put birds up. Are they going to go back in their house, or are they not? That pen, didn't realize it when I made that little chicken house there. I gave it a metal floor. I shouldn't have done that, because the litter can't break down and go into the ground or whatever, so it sits in there. It gets a lot more nitrogen and ammonia smell, and it just has nowhere to go. So unfortunately, you learn from your lessons, right? I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear another motorcycle coming or something loud. Oh yeah, get on it. Yeah, take care. Have a good day. But yeah, but they're happy. I don't know if they're going to be able to. So that one can't even figure out how to get back in, let alone stay out. But yeah, folks, that's what we got going. So this weekend, or no, not this weekend, I think next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. I hope you'll stay safe and drink responsibly. Be adults. Oh yeah. But we're going to go for the weekend. And I don't think we have any plans really. Might try to find a place to do a little fishing. But other than that, folks, God bless and keep y'all. Thank y'all for stopping by here at Little Nuts Farm. We'll catch you guys in the next video. It never fails. Never fails. It's either semis or a convoy of Hell's Angels. Bye, folks.